How does Miami approach Jokic? Game one, guys, they were trying to play him straight up. That doesn't work. Every time you send the help, he finds a shooter. This is what this man does. I don't know that Miami has an answer. Nobody else has so far.
Here's the thing, and this goes to sort of maybe a broader point when people are in I don't, not to relitigate the MVP debate, but I will a little bit insofar as, okay, this player had better top line numbers than that player. This game was sort of a perfect illustration of Jokic is a guy who doesn't feel the need to get his numbers. He had like 5 shot attempts through 3 quarters because he was just they were rocking and rolling. He was kind of doing his thing. And if he had a layup, he'd shoot a layup. If the ball came to him at the end of the shot clock, he'd toss up a jumper. They didn't really see Jokic really try to impose himself on the game until there was they had that little bit of a fake spurt with about 5 minutes left. And then Jokic was like, all right, well, I'll go do my thing now. And just, set up a couple open threes, which they missed, and then got a couple buckets himself. So I don't even think we've seen the fully operational battle station of Jokic in game one.
Yeah. I mean, one day when you said, what does Miami do? I don't know. Nobody does. Nobody knows what to do with this dude. I mean, look, so we're going to hear a whole bunch of stuff leading into game 2. Let Jokic get 50 and stop everybody else. Okay, good luck with that. We've seen that before. Double Jokic. Okay, we've seen that before. Zone's going to be a real problem for them, although it worked pretty well for them in the fourth quarter, but I think that had more to do with the Nuggets being a little lazy than anything else. And I think when you're watching Jokic, it's this is what makes him the best player right now in the NBA. What do? You have to, and I don't think Miami has the guys to do it. We talk about just their size mismatch with all of those things. He eats up Bam. It doesn't he just destroys Bam on the other end of the court. And, I'm not blaming Bam in that way. He's just that damn good. And it's along those lines. So okay, we're going to put somebody else on him and then have Bam rotate over. Okay. They saw that all last series. The whole Rui Hachimura adjustment, from heaven, apparently. And that was the supposed to be the game changer. Well, they got swept. I don't know. I would hate having to do a defensive game plan against Jokic. I'd be bald. I would have lost hair.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a solution there.
I mean, the solution, it's I know we want to talk about adjustments. I think going back to old adjustment number 1, play better. Yes. I think some of their defensive problems, like I said, if they make shots, some of their defensive problems clear up. They didn't lose this game on the defensive end. They lost this game on the offensive end.
Yep.
I think if we get more aggression going to the rim from Bam, from Jimmy, not only does that, put fouls on Jokic, perhaps, it also, your defense is better after. Your defense is never better than a possession after you shoot free throws. So just that allows them to, set up their defense. Maybe allows them to switch defenses sort of on the fly between that kind of nifty 3-2 zone they're showing, or how they're gonna double Jokic and how they're gonna rotate and stuff like that. Allows you to set those up. So I think that's the most important thing is, all right, if we actually shoot the ball okay and we get our main guys aggressively going to the bucket and we still got nothing, now we're worried. But I don't think they can feel like even though it's weird because they didn't play badly, but they didn't play well, and they certainly didn't play well enough for the talent disadvantage that they're at.
Well, I mean, but the funny thing there is the Nuggets, it feels like they played great, but then you can look at the box score and you can say, wow, they're so far below what we know that they could play on any given night. So,
I mean, this was a stealable game for Miami to a degree. And there was a play, and Seth knows it because I called it right away. There was a play in the third quarter. They go on a run to start the third quarter. And I forget how much it was or whatnot, but they were rolling, and it looked,
like a 7-0 run to start the quarter, I think.
Right, and there's a play where I think it was off of a handoff, and Bam rolls. The Nuggets have a blown coverage. I forget who it was, but hits Bam with a bounce pass. He's going to the hoop along the baseline, and Jamal Murray rotates over. And and this is where we criticize Bam, instead of going to dunk, and it's not about dunking, it's about, hey, if I go to dunk and be aggressive, I'm more likely to get the foul call than anything else. But instead, he tries to go through with a layup with Jamal Murray rotating over. He misses it. And then Jamal Murray takes it the other end, and it's an and one. Run over, run killer. There are plays that are run killers. And then from that, it started a Denver run. And it didn't feel like they really had much of a chance after that. Like, it looked like they started to get something going. And that's kind of more to the aggression point of those things. But to your point too, Dave, like, Denver played okay. Denver played a very regular season type game for them. To the point where end of the fourth quarter, they're dicking around when they're in the zone. And they don't do a great job with it. They didn't attack the nail. And then when Jokic finally said, all right, I had enough, he put his coffee down and walked over to the nail, and then, went straight to, a couple of buckets.
Well, this is the funny thing. Aside from Jokic, nobody for Denver really had a great shooting night. Jamal Murray was 11 of 22 from the field, right? 22 shots to score 26 points for Murray. Not like a great night for Murray. Jokic, obviously 12 shots to score 27 is, this is what he does. But I just, this team, we know what their offensive ceiling is. And when you look, it's just like, wow, they really didn't even hit it. And it felt like they walked through this game.